Hey Star Fam, it's your girl Shining Light. I'm going to try something different. Usually I would go according to, whatever the energy of the day is. If it's a new moon, then I'll go according to the hexagram of the new moon. Well, today I just went before Spirit and asked what was it that my Star Fam needed to know. Okay? And the two cards that I got from my Spirit Animal Oracle was the Lion Spirit and the Starfish Spirit. Now the Lion Spirit says be generous of spirit, and then the Starfish Spirit says open to infinite possibility. Okay. Now the Lion is associated with hexagram 25 or gate 25, which is innocence, and is dealing with the spirit of the self. It's known as the spiritual warrior. Okay. Now we know the lion rules the jungle, so whenever you think of a warrior, you would think of a lion spirit or eye of a tiger, but in this case we have the lion. Okay. The starfish spirit is associated with hexagram 13, the fellowship of man. And it's the listener, the hearer of secrets. So what I'm getting right now is like going within and listening to spirit, the whisper of the spirit of intuition. There might be, you might have, like me, for example, I couldn't sleep at all last night. I woke up at 3 something. Like 4 o'clock in the morning, up, just couldn't sleep for nothing. And then my neighbor just so happened to be playing music at that time too, so I damn sure couldn't go back to sleep. But at that time I took a minute to listen to the little whispers that was coming to me, and so I was inspired to just go ahead and try to do a video today. Alright, so now back to the cards here. There might be, you may have been inspired, just all of a sudden got a sudden inspiration to do something. Let's see, I'm going to draw some cards a little later to go deeper and see if any messages come through. But the lion spirit represents the gift of gate 25, and that's acceptance. So accepting yourself, accepting the fact that you are spirit, accepting the gift that spirit has for you. Okay, it's associated with the heart and the heart center. So we're dealing with love. Could be love of self. Could be dealing with relationships, since we do have fellowship of man, so it could be dealing with listening in your relationships. Could be some secrets that may be exposed in a relationship too, but so much for that, whatever. All right, let's see. 13, starfish is the shadow of gate 13, so that's dealing with discord. So like for me, for example, I had thoughts of things from my past, actions from my past that kept coming to my mind that I had to deal with. It was things that I would like push to the side and not want to actually feel because it hurt my heart. And so I would push it to the side. But Spirit said, no, this is something you need to deal with. You need to face this. So you can go ahead and push it up, bring it up to the light, acknowledge it for what it is, acknowledge the lesson that you learned from it, and then move on. Learn that spiritual lesson from it. Okay. Hexagram 13 deals with the amygdala. And it's also in your G center. Your G center is your higher heart center. Many people have been taught that we have 7 energetic centers. We actually have way more than that, but we're taught that we have 7 main centers from the root to the crown. But in human design, we're taught that you actually have 9 centers. That includes including the higher heart and your spleen. So gate 13, the listener. And if we're dealing with the shadow of the listener, then it might be something that you're not listening to. You're not listening to yourself, your spirit, your intuition. There might have been a situation going on and your gut is saying one thing, but your mind is saying another. And so you ignore your gut. And if we look at this on a grander scale, it could be Spirit is speaking to us as a collective whole through certain people, and we tend not to listen to them. Or Spirit is speaking to you through other people. And it's up to you whether you take heed and listen to what they say or not. Okay? You have to be open to the possibilities. If it's in a relationship, maybe your partner has brought up something, an issue or something, and you've been stubborn and closed-minded about it. But deep down inside, you know that they could be right, but you know, sometimes you can be stubborn and just don't want to listen. Well, open up to the possibility that they just might be right. Spirit might be telling you that, they're actually right. You might need to listen to them. And then again, there could be the issue of something going on with your partner, like I said earlier, and you don't want to trust your intuition, and Spirit is whispering to you, listen. Okay. All right, so let me see. We don't have any planets or asteroids in hexagram 25 at the moment, but we do have 2 asteroids in 13. One is Cassandra, and she deals with prophecy. She's the prophet that tried to warn the city of Troy of the fall, and people counted her as mad and didn't listen to what she had to say. Others say she went mad because she kept trying to warn the people of what was going to happen, but they wouldn't listen. Okay. And then we also have Icarus. Now, the story of Icarus is he and his father were in prison, and the father created wings for them out of feathers and wax for them to escape. And Icarus was warned by his father not to fly too close to the sun because the wings would melt. But he got up there and was all happy being able to fly and being free, and flew too close to the sun and fell to his death. Now, what I'm getting from that is a prophecy that has been foretold that many refuse to listen to your detriment. So, what is it that Spirit has been warning you about, or telling you that you needed to take heed to, but you've been ignoring it? Maybe you heard it from a Facebook friend. They posted some random conspiracy theory, and you're like, yeah, right, whatever. Please, who are you to tell me anything? You're on Facebook. It's not like you have a doctorate or anything. Okay? But it just might be the whispers of Spirit coming to you through that person. And if we open our hearts and listen with love, then we can be open to different possibilities. Like, you know what? They might just be right. They just might be right. I'm reminded of at this one place I worked at, a call center. People always looked at me crazy because every time I went to the restroom, I would, use the same paper towel that I use, to dry my hands, to turn off the faucet with, and I was extra about how I washed my hands and didn't want to touch the doorknobs and handles and stuff, and they always looked at me like I was doing too much. And now, lo and behold, here we are in 2020 with the coronavirus spreading, and now you need to be a little bit more tedious in how you take care of yourself. Now people are starting to wash their hands like they were looking at me crazy at first. That's that energy of the asteroid Cassandra. It may not necessarily be something like that. It could be something even grander on a larger scale. Let me pull a few cards since we're dealing with relationships. That's what I'm getting right now. I'm going to pull one of my Price of Love Oracle cards and see what we get. If we're dealing with relationship with yourself, listening to yourself, okay? All right. Beloved ones, thank you for this moment in time. I ask you, what message do you have for us? Okay. Dream come true. A shooting star. You wished upon a star. Card 8. Dream come true. Visualization, then physical manifestation. Let's see, we have manifestation, dreams realized, dream visitations. Dream visitations. It could be, your ancestors coming through and whispering in your ear at night about a dream coming true. Opening up to the possibility of that dream finally coming true. Ooh. Baby, I'm accepting this. I want this in my life. I need this in my life. Come through, ancestors. Yes. Come through. It says stars are usually a symbol of wonder, mystery, the spirit. Mystery, magnificence, and spirituality. Seeing a shooting star comet is seen as a rare and lucky event. It's traditionally an invitation to make a wish and or a sign of something unexpected. Opening yourself up to the infinite possibilities. But you have to be willing to listen. You have to be open to listen, because if you don't listen and you don't take heed to the message that Spirit is giving you or sending to you, then you'll miss out on this beautiful opportunity to make your dream come true. Yeah, that's all I'm getting so far. I don't want to make this too long. Okay, yeah, this one will do. I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin Oracle really quickly to give us a prayer that we can meditate on and use as a kind of a mantra. All right, beloveds. Immortal treasures. 14. Why was I going to say 11? Ooh, what's going on? All right, let's see. 14. Immortal treasures. You carry within you precious immortal treasures, beloved. They exist beyond life and death, spirit, belonging to the celestial heavenly realms of the divine presence within you, spirit of self. Kuan Yin now guides you to honor these treasures, the gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, beloved. Whether formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have divine support in your role as a healer in whatever way, usual or highly unusual, and this is unfolding for you now. All right, so the prayer of the immortal treasures. Beloved Kuan Yin, may I feel the compassion you have for me within the depths of my own being. May I have compassion for myself in the same way I do for others. May I accept and meet my needs for wellness and fulfillment. May I receive healing with grace and gratitude. I open now to fully receive, activate, and shine forth the immortal treasures in my own divine soul. Help me, beloved Mother, to do this with love, trust, and grace. All right, I'm going to read it one more time. Beloved Kuan Yin. Now, for those who don't know, Kuan Yin is the Bodhisattva of self-love. Okay. Beloved Kuan Yin, may I feel the compassion that you have for me within the depths of my own being. May I have compassion for myself in the same way I do for others. May I accept and meet my needs for wellness and fulfillment. May I receive healing with grace and gratitude. I open now to fully receive, activate, and shine forth the immortal treasures in my own divine soul. Help me, beloved Mother, to do this with love, trust, and grace. Om Mani Padme Hum. All right, beloveds. I thank you so much for all your love and your support. I apologize for how long it's been taking for me to get videos out. I just, been on my lazy shit and haven't really been doing it. So I've been trying to do a little bit more inner work and focus on myself. Okay. But thank you so much for, still sticking in there, watching the videos when I do upload them. If you haven't had a chance to, please click that notification bell so you'll know whenever I do upload my videos. Okay. And if you need a personal reading, I'll have all of the information linked in the description box below. Okay. As a matter of fact, what I might do as well is add a link to a frequency, a higher heart frequency that you can listen to. All right, guys. Well, I love you. Thank you so much once again, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.